Well, hello there. Welcome back to the channel. Now we're back again for another Haikyu related video, but I want to say a huge thank you to you guys. My first two videos have done very well considering I had 0 subscribers when I posted them. One is at around like 800 views and the other is at I think around 100, so thank you to you guys. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for some more videos. Now today what we're going to be doing is we're going to do a quick account review because I haven't posted in about a week. And then we're going to go on to the actual official Reddit for this game, and then we're going to respond / reply to some of your guys' posts that you've been leaving in the Reddit. Now again, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for some more content on just all my hobbies in general. So first up, we're going to be looking through my team here, and some things that have changed since the last time is I've got Oikawa, I think, to 70. I don't think he was at 70 in my other video, and his memory as well is at level 80, as you can see there. Also, what I've done is I've gotten Iwaizumi and Nishinoya to level 70. I was a little bit hesitant on Iwaizumi. Nishinoya, I'm not going to be replacing until the next cycle of select recruits because I think that's when the Shiratorizawa Libero comes out. And Iwaizumi, I am going to be replacing soon, but I needed my team rating to go up and I was kind of running out of options at this point. In terms of their memories, I have Nishinoya's at 70. I'm trying to break that one through. I don't have the legendary one, but the purple one is still pretty good. And then for Iwaizumi, I think his is at 60, so we haven't improved his. Again, I don't want to prioritize him because Rion, the Wing Spiker for Shiratorizawa, is going to be coming out very soon. In terms of the bench, I think I upgraded Asahi a little bit, but other than that, not too much there. Oh yeah, also actually, if I go to my collection, I actually pulled Mad Dog in the Oikawa recruit. I'm not going to be investing resources into him because I already have 2 opposite hitters, but that's something I could do down the line. Moving on to like the challenges and all the other aspects, so I'm still waiting to get to level 45 to move on into the chapters. For practice matches, I have everything cleared, so all up until the last match. I can't check Karasuno right now, but it is cleared. And then for extreme training, I can go past 326. I'm just at 326 right now. For the gym, I've done 29 out of 30, 29 challenges so far. For match streak, I have everything completed, so there's the regular and there's the time limited. For peak challenge, right now I am ranked 20,629. I do not invest diamonds into this. I don't think it's a wise thing to do, especially because you're playing against the AI. I just do all the quick wins and just move on. Right now I'm silver ranked. Last season I placed somewhere in the 500s, I believe, or maybe the 700s. And then for specialty trial, I can only get to 60% completion because, as you can see, it says weakness, and when it says weakness, you can't go any further. So you may notice in the top right here, I actually have some star gems. So I did pick up the volleyball pass. So if you look at when you unlock it, here you get 680 right there. And then if you go to the Oikawa specific one right here as well, there is 680 there. And what I'm using it on is actually just the daily stamina offer and the daily diamond offer as well. In terms of champions trial, so I'm on support level 10. I'm close to 11. And when you look at the store, I've redeemed all the tickets as well as like the training manual, some XP here and there. I don't know if I'm going to get this level 4 player, but I'm definitely going for that last set of recruit tickets. And speaking of recruit tickets, so if you look here, I have 36 saved up. I believe my pity was actually 37, so I'm almost guaranteed to get an SSR in the next select recruit. And then if you look at the Oikawa UR, I'm at 88 pity. Again, I want to get that to around 60 for either the next UR banner, which is going to be Bokuto, or if I'm going to go for somebody else down the line, I want to get that to around 60. I don't think I'm going to be getting another copy of Oikawa because, I just don't have the money for that, so I'm just not going to be spending on it. And last up for the memory recruit, we're at 59 as well, so we're around that 60 range. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my account. So now what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the Reddit and we're going to reply to some of your guys' posts. So the first post we're going to be looking here is by a guy named ImpressiveAd6641, and he says, "Guys, I need some information about the characters that will be out soon." Now, this is his current team, and he basically says that he wants to go with the twins. He wants this to be his final team. So you got 4 members of Inarizaki. You have the 2 Komamedai duo as well as Kuro. This is a very good team, and basically his doubt is to understand why the community is advising against the twins, and he doesn't want Oikawa as his setter. So basically, if you don't have Oikawa or you're not planning to go for him, the next best setter to get in the game is going to be Atsumu Miya, and then if you get him, you're going to want to get Osamu Miya because them together, they're just absolutely disgusting. Now, I think with the twins, I think the main thing they have going against them is just the fact that there's this misconception, or there was this narrative put out about them by other content creators that they were going to be the most broken duo to get. You have to get them. They have an unblockable attack, which all may be true. And then some people went to the Japanese server, which again is ahead in the game cycle, and none of the top teams really had both the twins in it, and so people were like, "Oh, this is not the meta," so that's why people are kind of steering away. If I'm being totally honest, this is a game where I think the best thing to do is just to go for players that you like. Now, for me personally, I love the Mia twins, but I already have Oikawa, I already have Ushijima, so those are my center and opposite hitter spots already filled up. I will be going for this duo as well, but at the end of the day, you just go for the players that you like, and if this is a team that you like, then that's what you should do. The next post we're looking at is by this guy named ESP Peter 10, and he says who to upgrade, and this is his team. So he has Oikawa, Tsukishima, Tanaka, Nishinoya, and you guys can see the rest. So he's asking who to upgrade. He's asking if he should upgrade Tsukishima, or should he wait for Yaku to come out and upgrade him, or should he focus on upgrading Oikawa and Kuro. Now, for me personally, I think you should always prioritize your best units. So in this case, it would be Kuro and Oikawa. What I was doing early on is I got very lucky with Ushijima, just getting him. And the moment I got him, I literally put all my EXP, all my trainings, and then all my practice matches I would do to then get more resources to upgrade Ushijima. And I think you should do the same thing here. And the thing is too, for XP, getting Oikawa to 70 and Kuro to 70 is not going to take that much. So once you do that, then you can move forward and look at, your other two positions. So this post by, Otaku Communist App, I don't even know. The next post by this guy, he says when to start farming potential. And it was actually answered already here in the comments. You want to start farming potential when you have your team set in stone. Other than that, it's more worth to get EXP to get them to level 80 and, your trainings to get their training cycle done, etc., etc. So next up, we have a post by this guy named Fiki Fresh, and he said, yes, I know I messed up with the setters, and basically he didn't know Oikawa was coming out. He spent a lot of resources on his Kenma, and as you can see, he also has Kageyama as well, and as you can see, his Oikawa is level 61, 10,000 player rating compared to the rest of his team, which is about, 6,000 in average. Now, I will say, again, kind of similar situation as the last one, where you just want to upgrade your best guy, because long term, we got two Shiratorizawas, we got two Alba Josais, we got three actually Alba Josais, and we got two Krasno players here. But in terms of it looks like a free to play player, you want to prioritize again your best units or like a team. And Alba Josai long term doesn't really have that much support other than these three here. There is like a SP Kunimi coming out, but again, that's way down the line. So I would focus first on Oikawa and then choosing a school to then, go deeper into. Like, for example, he's got two Shiratorizawas, and then he potentially could replace Nishinoya with their Libero, and then he can replace Iwaizumi with Rion if he wanted to, or he can go the Krasno route because he does have Hinata here, who is a pretty good SR player. Or if he does want to commit to the Alba Josai, he still can, because he's got three of the best units. So I would say to prioritize Oikawa, get him to 70, get his trainings, get his memory, whatever you have equipped to him, get that up to max, and then, go from there. So next up, we have this guy named Ow, That's My Foot, and he says, just started a week ago, any advice on improving my lineup? So his lineup is as follows. He has Iwaizumi, he's got Daichi, he's got this guy from Shiratorizawa, he's got Goshiki, he's got Kazumani, Kenma, he's got Tsukishima, and he's got Yaku. Now again, assuming this is free to play, the main thing you want to do is when you're free to play and you don't have a UR unit, you want to focus on a school bond. So he's got two from here, he's got two from here, he's got two from here. So it's kind of all over the place. You kind of want to try and hone in on 4 members from one school, and then again, trying to get them leveled up as much as you can, do their trainings. It's kind of the same thing through and through, but with this situation, because there's no UR unit, you want to just first and foremost go for one school, and then try to get those guys upgraded as much as you can. And then from then on, hopefully you get lucky in the next couple banners, because any UR would improve this team. Like, for example, the next one is going to be Bokuto, and he's very situational, but in this case, he would just slot right in, and he would be your best player by far. So next up, we have this guy. I'm not even going to try and Oh, I never mind. I can read. I'm not going to say it. But he says, I need help with my team. He says, I want to get UR Bokuto and Akashi, and I'll get them both as I have enough mats or resources for them. But do I need a school bond for them, or this team would work fine? So if you look at his team, he has Kageyama as well as Kenji here. So those are the two that would be replaced. And then he's got 1, 2, 3 Karasuno players. He's got a Nekoma, and he's got an Aoba Josei. Now, in terms of Akashi and Bokuto themselves, if you get them together, that's really all you need. You can get a further morale boost if you have all 4 Fukurodani team members. However, it's not necessarily, well, it's not necessary at the end of the day. If you're going to get Bokuto, the number one thing you should be looking for, or the number one unit you should be looking to get with him, is Akashi, and because that's in your plans, you're going to be doing just fine. And if you look at the rest of the team as well, he has Tanaka at 70 and Tsukishima at 70 as well, and Nishinoya. So those are your 3 best players. So if you can fit in another Krasno player in there, whether that's Hinata here or Daichi here, you're going to be looking very good. But yeah, in terms of having more units or whatever, you just need those 2 together, and they're going to be a very strong duo. And last up here, we have this one from Too Many. I can't pronounce that. I'm not going to try. But he says, should I pull or should I go? And if you can see here, he has the UR guaranteed in 65 pulls, and he has 43 tickets. So basically, TLDR is he says that he wants Bokuto and Akashi, but he got Oikawa for the meantime. Short term, this is the worst case scenario. If you always wanted to get Bokuto and Akashi, getting Oikawa was like worst case scenario, because now he's going to be on your bench essentially, and he's a better unit than Akashi. Long term, he says he's powerful and it gives him flexibility to play with his toys, which is true. But if we're talking short term here, not ideal, but it is what it is. So originally he was going to do 120 pulls, 68 to get him, and then the other to build the pity and get the box. But since he got him earlier, he has about 65, and he can probably get the next UR using those tickets. And so he's wondering if he should stop or risk, if he should keep going or stop. And at the end here, he says, where I'm at now guarantees me a Bokuto no issue, and not Yamagata. Kind of delays that. Same thing with me. I want a Yamagata, but he's not going to be available in the next round of select recruits. If I were you, I would stop, because for me personally, I like stopping at 60. So if you're at 65, I mean, if you do a 10 roll, you never know what could happen, right? So I would stop, especially if you're going for Bokuto Akashi, because if you get a second Oikawa, really not ideal, because you would want to get, a lot of Oikawa duplicates to really maximize him. And so if you're kind of in this no man's land of having like 2 of him plus his training, it's really not ideal. And because you want both Bokuto and Akashi, and you have the means to do it, I would just stop here and not risk it. And as you can see here, this is kind of his future plan. So you have Bokuto and Akashi, you have 4 Shiro Torizawa, and then left over is Hinata. So this is his even longer term plan, to go with the Fukurodani 4 with the Kamamedai duo as well as Ushijima. So I think he's on the right path. Definitely, if you're going to get a Bokuto, you need Akashi, and then they have their SP versions as well. So yeah, I would say, if I can go back, I would say stick to your 65, stick to your 43 tickets and your diamonds. I would just hold out for the next event. And that is going to wrap up today's video. So hopefully this video didn't go too long. I still have to edit it. I'm going to try to keep it to around 10 minutes. Hopefully I didn't yap for too much. But yeah, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Peace.